Today's recipe is sheet pan paella. All right, I'm gonna do it again. I'm Nicole. I'm a culinary producer and recipe developer. That means I take creative and sometimes challenging food concepts and turn them into real recipes that are approachable and impressive. So follow along as we give you a behind-the-scenes look at the whole process, from start to finish. I've just gotten my assignment for the week, and it is sheet pan paella. Paella is a traditional Spanish dish that is rice, usually seafood. The catch here is that it all has to be made on a sheet pan. In our brainstorm, we were just talking about, we need a new paella recipe. How about one on a sheet pan? For a couple reasons. This is a fun and easy way to entertain a crowd, but not everybody has a paella pan, and everyone has a sheet pan. The cons that I'm anticipating are, it's gonna be a lot of in and out of the oven. So it's not a dish that we're just gonna be able to like set and forget. In a paella pan, it's a little deeper and you've got some, room to stir. This is really shallow. So is it all gonna fit without bubbling over? Or is this just gonna make a bigger mess in the oven? Yeah, time to start planning. But before I go any further, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, do so right now. And don't forget to click the bell so that you're notified every time we post a new video. Go ahead, I'll wait. All right, let's go. Okay, here we go. All right, got the necessities. Mussels, frozen shrimp, chorizo sausage, and chicken. Then of course our rice, our saffron, and then our other aromatic elements. It's just a matter of what order to cook them in on a sheet pan in the oven. So I'm going to start kind of rendering my chorizo and let it also at the same time kind of cook the chicken. Let me wash it. My oven is still preheating, but I think that's good because the fat will render out a little more slowly from the sausage, and I want that oil to help cook the other stuff. All right. It's been about 15 minutes. Now I've got all this like goodness. The chicken is probably like 80% to 90% cooked, so it'll finish cooking when we finish the dish. Karen. All right, here's what I was going to do is I was going to take all this off now, add my sofrito, let my sofrito cook in there, and then add my rice in, toast it, back in the oven a little bit, and then add my broth and all that back in.
I think that if you add the sofrito to this mixture now, you're gonna get the benefit of the fond that's on the sheet pan with all the drippings.
You think I'm better adding it now? Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm going to add garlic, onion, and some bell pepper. I'm kind of making my sofrito, but not in the classic way because nothing about this is classic. I'm gonna give this a toss and let it get slow roasted, soft and sweet in the chorizo juices. See, the trick is remembering what I did in the development process to write the recipe later. Like I keep a notepad here and I've kind of started, but then when my creative juices start flowing, I don't have time to write things down. Salt, pepper, and I think some like Spanish paprika is probably required here. Gonna let this go and then I will get my other ingredients ready. If it's really juicy when it comes out, then I'm gonna take everything out of the pan and toss the rice in some oil. If it's not that juicy and there's just like good drippings in there, then I'm just gonna toss the rice in with that stuff and not take it off the pan. If I can avoid taking it off the pan, then I really think it is a successful sheet pan dinner. I guess I'm going to do 2 cups of rice, but I'm worried about how much liquid I'm able to fit on a sheet pan. Speaking of the liquid, I almost forgot the key ingredient, saffron. We need to bloom the saffron in the liquid before we pour it into our rice. Hold that thought. I'm gonna give this a stir. Yep, looking good, but not quite soft enough. I'm gonna go another 5 minutes and then we'll be ready to go. I think because this is in a sheet pan, which has a lot more surface area than a regular paella pan or large skillet that you might make this with on the stove, we're going to lose our liquid a little too fast before it has a chance to absorb into the rice. So I'm gonna do my 3 cups of liquid to the 2 cups of rice, but then I'll have a little extra liquid from the tomatoes and the wine. So hopefully that'll compensate for any that might evaporate out. Now I think I'm gonna do 2 cups of chicken and 1 cup of seafood. I guess I'm gonna heat it and then stir in my saffron. All right, we don't need it boiling or anything, just kind of warm. I don't even know if that's the way to do it. At this point, I've forgotten how to cook. If you look here, you will see that there's not a lot of juice, so that makes me happy. So this is just like the drippings, the oil. I just don't think I have to take it off and put it all back on just to toast the rice. So I'm going to just hope that this works. I'm gonna add a little more olive oil and my rice. I just don't know if it's gonna be enough rice. I'm gonna add half a cup. I'm going half a cup more. This could be the make or break mistake that I just made. All right, I'm going to toast this for about 5 minutes, and then we'll add our liquid. So now I'm getting a little ahead of myself, so I need to stop and write down what I've done so far. Looks good, getting toasted, very fragrant. You'll know that it's kind of toasted when you see that some of them have turned like translucent. I'm going to now stir in my tomato and a little white wine. This is the hardest part, is getting everything evenly coated and covered. Let's hope all this fits. Probably should have stopped while I was ahead. Or did I eyeball that just right? I don't know. What's done is done. I need to make it to the oven without spilling all this liquid. Sticking with my 375. This is kind of hot, but it's kind of really hot. Let's hope for the best. So it's been about 15 minutes and my fear is happening. All the liquid is evaporating before it has a chance to be absorbed into the rice. Dang it. I'm going to need a lot more liquid than I thought. So I'm gonna stir it this once. All right, so I've added about 1 cup to 1.25 cups more liquid. Never should have added that rice. All right, I went ahead and laid a little foil just over the top because I just felt like I needed to. So mussels need steam to really open up. So I could nestle them in the rice, but even that doesn't guarantee, I guess, that they're gonna open. So I'm going to make a pouch for my mussels to steam in. This is also going to act as my finishing liquid to the whole thing. So I'm gonna lay my mussels. Gonna add a little butter and a little lemon juice, a little more wine. I'm gonna seal this up. I'm just gonna set this on the pan as it finishes cooking, and then I'll pour it all over the top with the finished product. So all we have left are the frozen peas, the shrimp, and the mussels. It's been about 30 minutes in the oven. We're looking better. We're not far. All right, I'm going to add my peas. I don't want to really stir the rice from the bottom because I'm hoping to get that little rice cake. And I'm gonna lay my shrimp down. And now my little mussel pouch. I guess I can just set it right on top. And this should finish it off. This looks pretty good. Oh, where I had the pouch of mussels, the shrimp underneath did not cook. Let's hope the mussels are done. Not quite. Getting close, but I think they need a couple more minutes. I don't want my shrimp to overcook, so I think they could stand it a couple minutes. Ugh. All right, my mussels are just about there. Still could probably go a little longer, but that liquid is gonna be the perfect finishing touch. I'm gonna finish steaming these just while we wait. All right. You see that rice sticking to the side a little bit? Like I want more of that because that is all the flavor. Should have stirred it earlier if I was going to stir it at all and then leave it alone. I'm gonna finish it with some parsley. I think overall, the first round of sheet pan paella is a success. I definitely need to tweak a few things. I'm going to reduce the rice. I've got to figure out the cooking times. I'm probably not going to cook the chicken and sausage as much. Hopefully, all in all, I can keep this whole dish within an hour. We will give it another go in the morning. Hopefully, if that's a success, we'll shoot the video. All right, round 2 is happening. Changed up a few things, simplified it, and I'm hoping for the best. So much so that I've gone ahead and kind of prepped everything twice so that I can now be ready to shoot the video once I make sure the one in the oven is good to go. So for round 2, I'm like, forget the foil packet. I have faith that these mussels are gonna open on their own. I kind of nestled the shrimp in so that they will take a little longer to cook. I reduced the rice, and that has helped too. So I'm feeling good. So when we are done with a development or testing process and it's kind of past our first taste test, we put it out on our pass and people come by and judge for themselves if they like it. I think this one's a winner. You know, Bree's just going to town. She might just take the whole thing with her. All right, time to bring this development to life. Going to add the sexy raw chicken down. And so it begins. All right, I'm just gonna wait till this pan flattens. Don't go back, just chill. There it goes. Gotta get the perfect set down. And that's not the perfect set down. I gotta go further. And going back in the oven. There's gonna be a lot of this. Coat it up. How many times is this that I've been in and out of the oven? Great measuring cup. Remind me never to use that one again. When this comes out, we'll have paella. Yeah! Steamy goodness. My work here is done and I think it turned out great. I think this is the most fun and impressive dinner to serve if you've got friends coming over. Let me know what you think. Take a look at our finished product. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed my new version of paella. All I have left to do is write the recipe up so that you can try to make this at home. And in the meantime, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and click the bell so you never miss a new episode. And for even more fun, follow me on Instagram. See you next time. I've had half a glass of wine since Saturday. Accomplishments.